Hello and welcome to a fresh new episode of Science Monitor, our weekly update on all that is happening in the field of science and technology in and around the country. Before we move on to our exciting stories of the day, let us take a look at the headlines. 27th mid-year meeting of Indian Academy of Sciences concludes in Bangalore. Juno meets Jupiter, set to write history. Mud crab farming spurring economy. In our In Focus segment today, we will try to understand the mechanism that gives rise to storms. And now the news in detail. From astrosat to gravitational waves to biological and atmospheric systems and novel materials, the recent meeting of the Indian Academy of Sciences saw the integration of a wide variety of interesting scientific topics. What else transpired at the 27th mid-year meeting of the Indian Academy of Sciences? Let us find out in this report.
Founded in 1934 by Sir C.V. Raman, the Indian Academy of Sciences is a premier organization engaged in the promotion, progress and popularization of science. The Academy, since its inception, has been serving as a platform for researchers from various disciplines to come together as a society and work for the cause of science. Taking another step towards this direction, the Indian Academy of Sciences recently conducted its 27th mid-year meeting at the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. The two-day event conducted during 1st and 2nd July saw the enthusiastic participation of hundreds of fellows and students across the country who presented their work during the meeting.
The Indian Academy of Sciences started a science education panel a number of years ago. And more recently, the National Academy of Sciences in Allahabad and the Indian National Science Academy in Delhi have also joined. So now the three academies together have three different programs in the science education panel. So the most important being the summer research fellowships. And these fellowships, in fact, you will see a number of the fellows who are located in Bangalore who are working here, the summer research fellows during the summer. So this is given to approximately 2,000 students, both at the undergraduate and first year master's level, to come and work with a fellow of an academy or with somebody who is recommended by a fellow of the academy in all areas of science, all over the country.
While the 27th mid-year meeting began with a special lecture on the AstroSat mission by Dr. Deepankar Bhattacharya of IUCAA, who elaborated on the scientific instruments, scientific operations and early results of AstroSat. The talks covered various disciplines spanning from biophysics and material chemistry to quantum mechanisms, genomics and atmospheric sciences. The major attraction of the meeting was a special symposium on gravitational waves, where researchers from IUCAA Pune and ICTS Bangalore presented various aspects of gravitational waves, including the LIGO experiment and the upcoming LIGO project in India. The symposium also highlighted the importance and applications of the discovery of gravitational waves along with the technological challenges. The meeting also included a special lecture focused on the need of a pulse revolution in India, along with a public lecture entitled Two Ideas of India. Considered one of the best and biggest internship program available to Indian students, the Summer Research Fellowship Program allows students to pursue a 2-month project working with scientists associated with the academy.
It was indeed a historical moment as NASA received the signals from 540 million miles across the solar system, confirming that Juno spacecraft has successfully reached Jupiter. Juno, which started its long and arduous journey in August 2011, is all set to collect data that will give us more insights into the largest planet in our solar system, Jupiter.
4th July 2016. It was indeed a magical day in the history of space science as the message "Welcome to Jupiter" flashed on the screens at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab in Pasadena, California. Experts have confirmed that after a long and laborious journey spanning 5 years, Juno has finally entered into the orbit around Jupiter. Equipped with high-end technologies, Juno performed a tricky maneuver to slow down enough to allow it to be pulled into Jupiter's orbit.
I mean, it's overwhelming. The team, the amount of time and effort everyone put into this, and the risks that were overcome, it's amazing. I mean, the more you know about the mission, you know just how tricky this was, and to have it be flawless. I mean, I really can't put it into words. You imagine what it might feel like, but to actually have it, to know that we can all go to bed tonight, not worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow.
Towards this, the probe fired its main engine for 35 minutes, effectively hitting the brakes to slow the spacecraft by about 1,212 miles per hour. The team of researchers involved in the study then powered up the craft system and downloaded data about its health. According to the NASA team, Juno will begin its first full set of observations at the end of August after the initial 53-day orbit. The craft will then settle into a 14-day orbit and circle Jupiter pole to pole 33 times over the next year and a half. Towards the end of its mission, Juno will be plunged into Jupiter's clouds to prevent an accidental collision with one of Jupiter's moons, which could contaminate them with earthly microbes. Juno will observe Jupiter from 4,000 kilometers above the cloud tops, closer than what any spacecraft has gone before, and collect data that will aid the study of Jupiter's geology, interior composition, origin, and evolution. Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system, is a huge ball of gas, 11 times wider and 300 times more massive than Earth, and is covered by dense clouds. The data collected by Juno might help researchers answer these intriguing questions.
Farming, a term we normally associate with crop plants. But with the changing times and technology, farming has also been applied largely to cattle rearing and other areas like fisheries. Now, a novel project, mud crab farming, is all set to spur the economy.
Along with fishes, crabs form one of the relished seafood delicacies around the world. Crabs are in high demand in global market, and crab farming is a unique opportunity to boost the income of fishermen and hence the economy. Among the many varieties of crabs, mud crabs or mangrove crabs forms an economically important species with huge demand in international markets. Leveraging this unique opportunity is the UNDP GEF Sindhu Durg project. The project is focused on improving the livelihood of traditional fishermen by providing affordable seeds and training in mud crab farming, along with conservation of mangrove fauna and flora. Under this technology, the local fishermen are trained in eco-friendly mangrove crab rearing technology and provided with crab seeds and high-density polythene nets at subsidized rates.
अलग अलग एरियाज़ में मैंग्रोव एरियाज़ में वो अपना क्रैब कल्चर कर सकते हैं। 8 महीने का उसका पीरियड है, कल्चर पीरियड, और उसके बाद उनको उसमें से अच्छा एक उत्पन्न का साधन उससे निर्माण हो रहा है। तो इस हिसाब से फिर अभी प्रोजेक्ट के अंडर यहाँ पे 3 तालुका में 15 अलग अलग एरियाज़ में क्रैब कल्चर के यूनिट्स चल रहे हैं और ये सक्सेसफुल होता हुआ दिख रहा है। फर्स्ट फेज़ में थोड़े से चैलेंजेस थे, सेकंड फेज़ में उस पर ओवरकम किया गया और अब थर्ड फेज़ चल रहा है ये प्रोग्राम का, तो इसमें अच्छे रिटर्न्स लोगों को मिल रहे हैं।
The project, with an overall funding of Rs 15 million by UNDP GEF, is being implemented by the Mangrove Cell, Maharashtra State Forest Department, with participation of the Marine Products Export Development Authority, Rajiv Gandhi Center for Aquaculture, and Network for Fish Quality Management and Sustainable Fishing. Mud crabs of mangrove crabs are found in estuaries and mangroves and are known for their high flesh content, rapid growth rates, and high tolerance to both nitrate and ammonia, which are often the limiting factors on closed aquaculture system.
हम एक इधर 10 लोग मिला के जो साइसा वाली बचत गट करके हमने एक ग्रुप बनाए, इधर हम क्रैफ्ट प्रोजेक्ट करते। क्रैफ्ट प्रोजेक्ट करने से पहले हमने साइट सिलेक्शन किया था, उसके हम पूरा जो जाली दिख रहे हैं, पूरा एक जो ग्राउट्स पेन है, नर्सरी पेन है, ये हमारा टोटल 2.5 एकड़ का एरिया में हमने टोटल एक आधा एकड़ के 5 पेन बनाए हैं। हमने अभी हम 1 एकड़ टोटल 2.5 एकड़ के एरिया में हमने जो लगभग एक 7,500 छोटा केकड़ा का खेती कर रहे हैं पूरा इसमें।
The Sindhu Durg technology encourages rearing mud crabs in their natural mangrove environment, hence requiring minimum investment and sustaining mangrove ecology. The project has been implemented in 2 phases in the 3 taluks of Sindhu Durg, Maharashtra, namely Deogar, Malwan and Vengurla. The total area under mangrove crab farming is estimated to be 28.5 acres spread over 15 villages. The project has resulted in the formation of self-help groups and has also resulted in improved livelihoods. The venture is one of its kind and may prove to be the first step towards organized aquaculture of mud crabs in India, where presently fishermen only practice crab fattening owing to weak supply of crab seeds.
And right now we'll take a very short break. We'll be back with more science news. Stay tuned. Welcome back after the break. You're watching Science Monitor. Let us now have a look at some important science and technology activities happening in India and abroad in our next segment, Science Express.
In order to raise awareness about the production and distribution of high-quality tissue culture planting materials, the Biotechnology India Consortium Limited recently conducted a stakeholder meet on National Certification System for Tissue Cultured Plants in Delhi. The meet focused on the opportunities under NCS-TCP, which was established in 2006. NCS-TCP mentors tissue culture companies for the production and distribution of disease-free, high-quality tissue culture plants. Celebrating the spirit of trees during the 67th Van Mahotsav and aiming to raise awareness about the environment, a special marathon was held in Goa.
It creates the awareness among the people for health also, like for they made a concept like for trees. So it's a good sign for Goa and huge participant. I am very happy. More than 1,000 people have participated from all over Goa. It's a very good big event and it's a successful event, I feel so.
The marathon organized by the Forest Department saw the enthusiastic participation of thousands of individuals who raised the slogan, "Save Tree, Run for Tree." Winners of the event were awarded with cash prizes and certificates. India's intellectual acumen has been proved once again as 11-year-old Akhilesh Chandorkar has been invited to Mensa, an international society of high IQ people.
जब मैंने टेस्ट दी तब पहले पेपर में मेरा था कि 140 तक आ जाएगा और दूसरे पेपर में रास्ता और डाउट था कि 120 वगैरह तक आ जाएगा.
Akhilesh has been invited to be a member after he scored a whooping 160 in the Mensa IQ test held in Scotland last month.
अखिलेश ब्राइट चाइल्ड ये तो हमें शुरू से ही इंडिकेशंस मिल ही रहे थे, लेकिन इतनी ज्यादा आईक्यू है तो ये तो हमने भी नहीं सोचा था.
Akhilesh, who hails from Nagpur, is being compared to the likes of Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking, who are thought to have an IQ of 160 and are among the 2% of high intelligent people in the world.
Cyclones, hurricanes, tornadoes, we have often come across various terminologies like these. Now, all of them essentially refer to various kinds of wind activities or what we generalize as storms. Now, such wind activities are a crucial part of Earth's weather systems. In today's In Focus segment, we will try to understand the mechanism that gives rise to storms and also what they are known as in different parts of the world.
Hudhud, Onil, Funnel, Neelam. We all have often been hearing these names. Cyclones such as these are a major meteorological phenomenon in the country and has been affecting many lives until the Indian Meteorological Department developed timely and accurate warnings of these cyclones. That brings us to an important question. What are cyclones or storms as we generalize them? In atmospheric sciences, storm refers to a disturbed state of an environment. A storm is generally marked by significant disruptions of normal conditions such as strong wind, thunder and lightning, heavy precipitation, etc. Storms are the result of interplay between heat and moisture, and hence more common in summers. Storms are created when a center of low pressure develops with a system of high pressure surrounding it. During summers, air close to earth or ocean water warms up and the moisture-laden warm air rises up. Meanwhile, a column of low pressure forms in the center. Cold air rushes from the surroundings to the low pressure area, and winds are formed around the column. The cold air from below further pushes the hot air upwards, which in turn displaces the cold air above it. This cold air travels down and the process repeats itself. Hence, combination of opposing forces results in the formation of winds. Storms generally feeds itself by a process called convection or heat transfer through air or water, and hence are common in oceans. Storms are known by various names across the world based on their formation. We are much familiar with cyclones. Cyclones refer to a huge air mass that rotates around a strong center of low pressure. They usually consist of inward spiraling winds that rotate counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. In tropical regions such as India, they are called as tropical cyclones and have warm core storm systems. A hurricane refers to a powerful tropical cyclone, often characterized by extremely high winds and heavy rainfall. One of the most violent and destructive storms that occurs on the land is the tornado. Tornadoes, which are common in the interior of US, such as in Tornado Alley, appear as a dark, funnel-shaped cloud. They consist of violently rotating column of air that is in contact with both the surface of the air and a cumulonimbus cloud. The speeds of storms are measured in knots. To give a rough idea, a tropical cyclone may vary from 35 to 135 knots, that is equivalent to wind speeds of 39 to 157 miles per hour. Since the storms can often last a week or longer, and more than one storm can be occurring in the same basin at the same time, storms such as tropical cyclones are often named in order to reduce the confusion about what storm is being described. What is more interesting is that storms do not occur only on Earth. The Great Red Spot on Jupiter and the storms on Mars are evidence that they can occur on any planet with sufficient gaseous atmosphere. Storms can be devastating to human life and infrastructure, and one of the major focus on today's meteorological studies are accurate and timely prediction of these wind activities.
Well, that is all for this episode of Science Monitor. Do tell us how do you like our program. You can send your feedback and suggestions. Our email ID is news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar C24, Qutub Institutional Area, New Delhi 110016. Well, that is all for today. We'll be back with fresh news stories on science and technology again next week. Till then, stay tuned to Rajya Sabha TV and think scientific all the time. Thanks for watching.